Welcome back, everyone. It's so great to be here for this week, this weekend's tarot reading for the signs. And so, also for free reads, whether you're tuning in or catching the replay later, I want to thank you for sharing this space here with me. This is where we tap into the wisdom of the cards to bring clarity, guidance, and inspiration for the week ahead. Um, Let me see. Oh, how my gracious. Here you guys are. Hi, you're here already. I'm just getting started. Can everybody hear me okay? I think the volumes and everything is ready. First, let's take a moment and ground ourselves before we get started. Hi, Nisha. Take a deep breath in and out. Let's clear any lingering energy from this previous week. It's been quite a week. Hey everyone, I'm so glad to see you guys all here. Hey, um, so nice to see you all. So, um, definitely, I'm going to do earlier in the Saturdays and Sundays. And consistently, I'm going to be coming on every Thursday, sometimes Friday. Sometimes Friday, can't always guarantee Fridays, but every Thursday and every Sunday, I'm going to do the signs for the weekend and for the week ahead. And so I'll do a couple of free reads whenever I do those. Nice to see you all. I'm just going to see if I can open this chat up a little bit for me to see you all. Hey, hey, nice to see you all. RK, Tej, Anita, nice to see you as well. I'm so glad to see you all joining me. So I'm just opening up so I could see you guys here as well. So last week's theme is alignment and momentum. Definitely for me, there has been a lot of alignments that's been happening. I'm hoping all of you are in the same position as me. And I know that we have another stream that's showing. I didn't know if that was going to work. So I'll do this one for now. Oh, I can't bring it up. Oh, well. I was hoping to keep the chat. All right. So I'm going to start off with a collective reading. All right. Stick around with me. I am going to be also doing some signs. I'm also going to go and pull a few cards for some of you guys in the middle of the reads. All right. So last time I did all of the free reads right at the very end. I am thinking what I might do is I'm going to do the collective. And I'm going to go through the different signs, but at the same time, I'm going to go and pull and do some free reads for you guys too. All right. So I'll get my board, and if someone wants to have a reading, so Anita, you want me to add you on the list? I have Tej. Nisha, you want me to put you on as well? Arcade, do you want me to put you on? You're my regulars. I'm usually often seeing you guys. Can you all hear me okay? All right. Anita, I think you're new. I do ask that everybody that I do read is subscribed to me. Now, I didn't announce the winner yet for the premium private reading for our celebration for hitting a lovely target of 3,333. I was really quite proud of that. So the thing is, most of my subscribers, because I got to such a number, I can't see the list of who I have for subscribers. So it's only seeming to allow me to see people who have their subscription that is not privatized. And a lot of you who are my regulars, I can't seem to find I wanted to make sure that you were in my draws, and I wanted to make sure that you would be included in my draws. So I just wanted to make sure that you guys are absolutely, especially where you've been so supportive, to be included. So all of you who have been joining me basically every single time, I do value those. I'm going to make sure you guys are all added twice to my list. All right, so I have you guys. I don't think I miss anybody. So I have Tej, Nisha, RK, and Anita. Am I forgetting anybody who requested a reading? Three, I know, right? So I have, I think, around 3,500, close to 3,500. I did lose two. But let me see if I can open this so I can see the chat. It's a little hard for me to see the chat here, but I certainly won't let me open it. Don't know why. I wanted to see the chat, so you guys are going to have to manage the chat for me. All right, I'm going to do a collective. So for those who don't know, I do tuning forks in order for me to clear my heart. Sound of miracles. All right. I'm going to do a different spread than I did last week. I'm going to do the Merkaba spread. Still listening, I'm sorry. All right. Oh, I enjoy that so much. All right. So this one would be, let me just see if I can get my little transitions here. I'm going to start with collective. All right, so we're going to start off with the collective. And I don't have my little tickers working right, so I'll have to get that fixed yet. I haven't really been spending time as much on YouTube. I've been making some videos. I also put out some polls. I want to see what type of information you want me to post instead of focusing on information that you may not be. I'm working on a few more hypnosis for you and a few more posts. I do want to get more and more into no contact and avoidant attachment. Hi, Honcho. So that would be really, really great to get some feedback from all of you. I did have a post out there, so there is a little Q&A, and I'm more than happy to take any feedback and see what we could work with. All right, so let's start with the collective. All right, and so with the collective, what is going on with the collective? We'll start with the collective. I'm going to follow through with a couple of the signs, and I'm going to toss a couple of you guys who's on the list. We'll do a couple of free reads throughout, so it's not going to be right at the end. I don't want you guys to disappear on me and just come back at the end. I want you to stick with me if you can. All right. So for the collective, hey, is it Honcho? I can't really see. The lights are a little bright in my eyes, and I can't seem to bring it up on my phone. So what is my situation? We've got the Empress. The past. We have the Four of Swords, which you are in recovery mode. You are in self-protection mode. You are just, taking a break. What you needed to have brought to your awareness, basically something that you weren't aware that, this is justice. What is your strength and you can play on in your current situation? We have the death. How are you standing in your own way? I have the Seven of Wands upside down. Seven of Wands upside down. All right. What area of your life needs some attention right now is Six of Cups upside down, and the other person or the projection that is being mirrored is the Queen of Swords. So it's so funny. Here's Self, the Empress, and the Queen of Swords is the mirror. Just making sure that this is not going to be in my way. I just realized my setup is not ideal right now. How can you tap in more alignment with yourself? You've got the Two of Pentacles. What fear is holding you back? You have the Five of Cups. Is there anything that you need to be aware of moving forward? You've got the Ace of Coins. Which lessons are you currently working through? The Ace of Cups. Possible outcome. You got the Emperor for the Empress. This is great, collective. And the overall energy. The overall energy under the deck. For some reason, this is from a different deck, and it says time to journal, time to manifest, right? So this is the card that is under the deck. So this is the King of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles has a lot to do with abundance. It's about being in receiving mode. It's about manifesting, all right? So, yeah, you're always with me. So this already is a great start, collective. We have here Self and the outcome. This is amazing. We have the Emperor and the Empress being together. Let's look at a few clarification cards that's taken place. So your situation is you're in a state of nurturing yourself, taking care of yourself, self-care, feeding yourself, taking care of yourself, and knowing you are in receiving mode. You know that whatever you want, you can have. You know that you are abundant. You know that you are a magnet. You know that whatever you believe will happen. It's an absolutely wonderful, wonderful energy to be in. Your past, actually, you were in self-protection. You were very guarded. You were actually not doing any of the action. You were just trying to be in control because you were transmuting fear. You were trying to disengage with whatever was triggering you, all right? But in the something that needed to be brought to your attention, needed to be brought to your awareness, what was hidden in your subconscious was, the laws of the universe, the cause and effect. You were reacting, right? Whatever was happening, it had a lot to do with clearing cords of attachment. All right. So sometimes some people, when their human design are being projected on, sometimes in the human design, we are the projector. We are the mirror. Sometimes we are, sometimes a karmic situation in another family. So basically we have our soulmates and we have our karmic ties and we have our soul families. So we have all sorts of different ways that we are always love to another, no matter what. And so, the law of the universe, what we are vibration, what we are as a vibration is magnified. And, if we believe that we are, this person, for example, is not ours, you'll see, if you like want them to convince you to come back, or, there is ways that we will react. We're reacting. And so sometimes people will say, you shouldn't believe that kind of stuff. And so these are the ways that our mind and our truth of what we really truly feel are two separate things. Our mind is something that is like that self-talk. But then when you have that deep in your gut, something is real. That's a different feeling altogether. Now, the thing is when we have people showing up in our lives, they didn't do any of the work. They're not, looking at self-care. They're not really paying attention to their actions. They're not working on their manifestations, and they are not working through some of the work that you have been doing since you've been even working with me. And so this is the thing, is not everybody is in the same alignment as you. So those who have to fall away, you have to release them in love and allow them to be free, because only a butterfly needs to fly. But you take that butterfly and you hold it too tight, it's not going to enjoy its journey, right? It's just going to go and feel very suffocated and probably rather die, right? So it's really important for us to allow that freedom, because what is really meant for you will come back, and it will come back and never leave, right? But if you never let them go, they don't know, right? The grass is always greener on the other side. And this has a lot to do with what you had to see was, allow them to free and just be okay with whatever it is. But if you truly, truly believe with all your heart and soul that this is your person, this is how you will manifest. What your strength is that you are playing on in the situation is allowing things to end. But when things end, that means there is a new beginning. What is happening with the energy? How are you manifesting? This has a lot to do with, what you really believe has a lot to do with, how you were loved when you were growing up. So your ways of believing how people love each other is emotional wounds. All right. So if nobody knew how to love you back in the past, you have to teach yourself. You need to program yourself. You need to tell yourself loving things. You need to tell yourself that you're worthy. You need to tell yourself you're loved. We discuss quite frequently about mirror work and how we can, give ourselves all of that love, and we can start receiving it and manifesting in other ways. So it was time for you to heal the emotional wounds. It's time for you to let go and just release what no longer serves you. And at the same time, that doesn't mean you can't love the person you're letting go. Be okay to say, no, this is not working out for me. So what's blocking you or standing in your way is, allowing yourself to be in a defensive mode, allowing yourself to be in the middle of that conflict. A conflict, the Seven of Swords upside down is, just saying, no, I'm not going to be part of this. I'm just not going to be part of it. And so if you are, what's blocking you is that conflict, is allowing you to be defensive, is reacting. And so it's really important for us to not be so reactive. How can we be not so reactive? Is understanding that you have no control over somebody else outside of you. The only one that you have control over is yourself. If somebody wishes to go, then be okay with it. If somebody wants to go and be upset about something, be okay with it, because it should not, it should not influence how you feel, because somebody else is making a decision that they feel it's right for them. You may see that maybe they're acting out of fear and not love. All you can do is send them some love and hope that they get through that themselves. Because, in all fairness, there's many a times when you made choices that was out of fear as well. Right? And so the more that you see that they are making a decision based out of fear, how do you hold on to the fact that maybe you are learning how to let go of the fear and not that person? All right. So it's all about perception and how we look at how these people are standing in our lives, and how we can always look at every situation in a loving way. When they say the area of your life that requires more attention right now, we've got what requires more attention is not the familiarity or the healing. All right? Just 1 second here. So it's not the healing. It's not the familiarity. It is time to start creating. It's time to start co-creating. What is it that you can do that would be new and not going back into the past? Like we tend to like to be going and repeating cycles. And instead, what you're encouraged of doing is creating a new cycle. And so if you are going back to someone that there has been some conflict that has come up, or repeating over and over again ways that things were not always working out as an end result, maybe what you have to do is Einstein's definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and getting and expecting a different result. Maybe it's time for you to do something different. And this is what this card is saying to me. The other person, or the projection mirrored, well, they're being the Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords, so the King of Swords is a little bit more of in their head quite often. But the Queen of Swords is a little bit more perception. Like she kind of knows. She's not that she's so logical, but she's mentally she's mentally got it planned out. All right. And so this is the thing. There is not a lot of heart being here balanced. This is more of a logic. This is more of the mind. This is more of a place of being emotionally not as available, but saying, hey, this may work. This may work. It's not being cold. It's, we have the king here. You've got the king and the queen here. And so they are working together. The king is basically making the abundance happening, and the queen needs to be having a plan, needs to follow through, needs to see how everything is clear. Needs to be very clear about intentions. I'm seeing here that when we talked about what was blocking you, we have some abandonment issues that needed to be resolved. So if there was abandonment issues with this person that was in the past, it has a lot to do with the Queen of Swords being the reason why when things are really great, the fear of abandonment is not there. So how is it that you are being able to keep yourself in a state where you're not panicking, where you're not worried? So following through with some sort of plan of knowing, okay, these are my triggers. This is what's going to go and, have these little situations. Have a plan. Have something in mind where you know that this could follow through. When we ask, how can you tap into more alignment with yourself? We have the Two of Coins. This is really a time to manifest with your person. This is a time for, having a conversation where you both can agree on the same thing. This is a time when you both are able to say, listen, I know you want this and want this. Don't even go in that direction. Have something where you both can have a conversation and you're both looking like you're going to get out of it the same thing. This is a time to manifest. And you know what? You're in control now. What fear is holding you back? You've got the Five of Cups upside down. And if this is a fear that's holding you back, usually I would say the sadness is the fear of losing the person. The fear of losing the person. I think what is the fear that's holding you back is that this person is going to take too long, that this person is not going to be what you want when you heal. I think that as you get through the pain and all of the things that you really needed to do, when you're actually in a place of being in alignment with yourself, you may not even want anything else. Maybe they're not in alignment with you and you don't want to mess that up. So when they state here, is there anything that you need to be aware of moving forward? I have the Ace of Coins, which is a new beginning. And this is a new opportunity that's showing up for you. And so this new beginning that is showing up, it's a new opportunity for you to actually still work through a little bit of that feminine energy, that attraction, that a little bit of why is it something that needs to be worked out, a little bit of that mirror. Here, we have that illumination stage with the divine feminine in her swords. So she's a little bit in her mind. So because of that, there is a little bit of a distortion. And so, this is a little bit of healing that has taken place, but new opportunities are showing up to have that opportunity. And so the lessons that you are currently working through was the Ace of Cups. And Ace of Cups is really about new feelings, spirituality, intuition. It is a new form of an expression of love. And you have this new beginning being shared with another. It is something that you really have to look at. Do you trust your emotions? Do you trust your feelings in this situation? Use these affirmations. I trust my feelings, and I'm giving them ample space to express them. Don't rush into anything here. Just allow things to play out. Just allow the space for all of this energy to do things now. Like before, when we went and rush into everything, we want it to go and, control it. Just allow things to unfold the way it should. possible outcome. When we have the masculine energy here, that is amazing, especially when it is clarified by energy. So the masculine energy is about control, it's about structure, it's about authority, it's about being a leader when you need to have your divine feminine being the energy to attract. So, this is all about the quantum waves of power and light is flowing now. And light flows because of power, and the emperor is the power. The divine feminine, alone on the divine feminine, is just, an energy of a magnet. A magnet is really nothing without the other magnet to pull the magnets together to have that energy. And so it works together. It is a fiery type of energy. Masculine energy usually represents Aries. And so for those who have a life purpose, heading towards leadership or in the fiery energy of Aries, is usually under this also it could be a Sagittarius or any of these Leos, could be certainly any of those. It is Mars, and Mars is in retrograde right now, so it is important. The Emperor, I really like this. So the overall theme of the energy is the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles represents, the security and the finances and the abundance and how you manifest. I am getting a clarification to be cautious of a possible trauma bubble. And that means that as we manifest, we may think everything is perfect. But, somewhere deep inside, when I look at the princess and the pea, she's sitting on her 18 mattresses and she can still feel that little pebble of a pea underneath those 18 mattresses. And that is what a trauma bubble is like. It's that little tiny little piece of hidden pain, and it may be lodged in there. And we manifest certain individuals to show up in our lives in order for us to see things that we could never see there before. And so these are expressions of love. These are people who show up to help you heal, to help you evolve, and to help release those little pieces that were like residue, just ready to evolve. All right. So for the collective, your number is 999, which is lessons learned. Take stock of your accomplishments and how you arrived at them. This is a reminder to maintain optimism and drive towards your goals. Maintain your momentum and know that the powers of heaven have your back. You've made it. The reward goes to you. So this is a great reading, collective. It looks like you're achieving your success. Your number. Let's get your Grapholi number for you to work with. All right, communication. So for those who are not in communication, here is your number. This one is your number that you would be using. How would you use this number? Well, if you're journaling, you can write it down. If you're writing your affirmations, use it to write it down. If you're writing an affirmation, my no contact person is thinking of me, is going to contact me, use that number, use it in your script, use it in your affirmations, write it on your bathroom mirror, maybe just, say it so that you can have it in your energy. Write their name and write this number down below the name and circle it 3 times. You can use this number in many ways to make your manifestation happen. Yes, it was a great read. I always enjoy when the cards seem to be giving great messages. I don't know about you, but I truly am feeling that with all of these planets, what is it? The planets are all lining up around the 25th of this month. And this is like a big thing to see, right? So to see the masculine and the divine feminine coming together is just fantastic. All right. So let's get Aries done. I'm going to do Aries. I'm just going to separate some of these cards. So we'll do Aries. I'm also going to post all of these decks. I have probably about 14 different types of decks that I've created and I work with. And so instead of buying the deck, some of you may just be interested in downloading the PDF for the decks, and then you can just print them out on cardstocks. And there is like 8 cards to a sheet of cardstock. And so I'm going to be adding some of those links up so you'll be able to download them. I have a website where you can get them from. And this way they're really affordable that way. All right, Aries. All right. I will say your situation, Tower, upside down. And just getting your clarification cards here. Tower upside down. So it looks like a situation is changing. It seemed like it was falling all apart, and somehow it looks like there is some change that has taken place of some healing. It looks like some restructuring is happening here. And the restructuring, Aries, which is a fire card, is the Tower. All right. So it is saying that the laws of the universe are at play here. Oh, thank you for reminding me that. I just got to find my mouse to do that. Thank you for reminding me that. Thank you. Thank you, Nisha. I'm sorry about that delay, guys. All right. So Aries. So we have the Tower that is upside down, which is, the laws of the universe has been involved. It seems like there is some healing that's taken place. You are actually being accountable for your thoughts, your actions, and what has taken place. You're not blaming it on somebody else. In the past, you were the Hermit upside down. And so It has a lot to do with knowing. There was this, you were in search of the truth. You knew that it was just like, right. It was like you knew the person was coming back, but you were always expecting them to come back like tomorrow. And so you were really being impatient. You didn't want to wait. It was really absolutely, you didn't even want to do the work. You just wanted it now, right? And so, what you needed to be brought into your awareness, what was important for you to learn right now, you had heartbreak and suffering upside down. You've got the Three of Swords upside down. And this was you to start understanding that you were healing. This is not your pain. This is actually about them. The problems that you're experiencing, them not showing up, really is not really about you, right? So when you're into manifesting, you need to look at what you are doing, how you are living your life, and how you are responding. That's the only thing that you can control. Don't take them not showing up rejection about you. It's really about them, not you, right? When you stop thinking about them, when you stop obsessing about them, believe me, all of a sudden they'll start saying, oh, I wonder how they're doing. Why does that happen? Because when you are thinking about them and obsessing about them constantly, there is a direct energetic link. And so when you understand how that energy really works, you would be a little bit more mindful of how much energy you're going to be giving to them. It's kind of like when you pull that back and start doing your own thing, it will, you can tell the difference to when they're thinking about you, or there is a difference in the energy. So pull your energy back a little bit, just allow yourself to just live your life about you for once. Let them feel you for once. Don't make it all about them. So what strengths you can play on in the situation? The strengths I'm seeing here, the wheel upside down. Got a lot of major arcanas here, upside down here. And so you've got 1, 2, 3 major arcanas, 4. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcanas all upside down and 1 upside right. A lot of major arcanas. But what does this mean? So you've got the world upside down. I'm here seeing the violet flame to actually to work with this. The world is about completion, about endings and beginnings, right? It's about something being complete. And you know what? It's not done. It's not done. The violet flame is helping you. The violet flame is healing what was dissolving it in the first place. The violet flame is allowing the debris to be released from you, right? So engulfing in this flame is going to just burn away anything that's no longer for your highest good. And as long as you are in alignment with your highest good, all sorts of things are created there. So what is stating here is this is your strength. How can you play upon this? You know what? This is not done. It's not done. As long as it's not done, it's not done. Whatever can create it to continue, it's not done. But how are you standing in your own way? You're standing in your own way by working too hard, trying to control. We have the 8 of coins here, which is basically the workaholic, and it's karmic. All right. So it's karmic, and the karmic is kind of basically, I got high standards. Need this to be perfect. I need this to go my way. I need it to work a certain way. It's a manifesting card, It has a lot to do with your root chakra. It has a lot to do with your security. All right. And so this has a lot to do with high standards and, I need everything to be perfect. And so this is blocking you because it has a lot to do with having expectations and thinking, oh, this has to be a certain way. This is what's blocking you, is the fact that maybe it has to be a different way. You just need to be open to see and experience what that really means. With that being said, what area of your life requires more attention right now? You've got the Knight of Wands upside down. So that means don't be in the masculine energy of action and adventure and being so fearless. Take a step back. Be a little bit of the magnet. Be a little bit of elusive. Being a little bit of aloof. Don't be like, oh yeah, this is, don't be so adventurous. You see, this has a lot to do with mirror switching. All right. Remember the runner and chaser. All right. Remember, if they're doing all of it, you get to go and be in receiving mode. This has a lot to do with what I'm trying to explain. They're stating what you should do is get more into receiving mode. Pull back a little bit, right? Don't be messaging. Don't be reaching out in contact. Don't be initializing. Just step back and just say, let me see how this plays out a little bit. The other person or projection that's being mirrored, we have the Queen of Coins upside down. All right. And so this is usually screams not feeling worthy. All right. This has a lot to do with fears of not being good enough, not being worthy enough. So this is the projection that may be coming out of here. So Aries, you need to really look at, is this really something that you can heal? Like, why are you not worthy? Is it because you need a job? Is it because you need to do a little bit of self-care? Because this is what is coming through. How can you be tapping into more alignment with yourself? It's got the Chariot card upside down. Chariot card upside down is stating not to be in such control. This is clarified by the soulmate, not to be in such control, not to be needing to know what to do. Maybe you don't know what to do, but this is your highest level soulmate. So, can you just trust that maybe they will lead you to what fear is holding you back? Well, you've got the Three of Wands upside down. And so this fear that's holding you back is you don't feel like it's going to grow. You don't feel like it's going to expand. You don't feel like it's going to go anywhere. And this is clarified by retribution. And retribution is about suffering for something that has happened. Retribution has a lot to do with something has gone wrong, and now you feel like you have to suffer the circumstances from it. And, because something has happened, it's like nobody can heal out of it, right? So is there anything you need to be aware of to move forward? Well, you've got the Ace of Swords here. Ace of Swords has a lot to do with a message, maybe an apology, maybe a little clarity, maybe a little truth that you weren't aware of. Maybe it has a lot to do with a wound, that has happened to your person, or one that you're mirroring that is repeated over and over again in your own family line. Contracts you made to be born in this soul family. So it could be something to do with a family situation that is happening, and maybe apology. So what lessons are you currently working through? You've got the moon. The moon has a lot to do with how you see things. You know, you can look at things in a different direction. You can look at things really bad, or you can look at things really good. And it's being clarified by self-care. So, you know, if you're taking care of yourself, if you're making sure that you're eating and you're sleeping and you are maintaining, you know, your health, you know, the moon has a lot to do with mental health. It has a lot to do with the way that things could be really good or really bad. As long as you are taking care of yourself, you know, you're the most important person in the situation. Possible outcome and the energy underneath the deck. So the possible outcome I am getting is that there is root chakra is blocked, clarified by the 10 of Wands. The 10 of Wands has a lot to do with you taking on the responsibilities and the obligation of a task in order for it to get completed. It tends to be when you're taking on the heavy part of somebody else's energy. And so root chakra being blocked has a lot to do with you're not having the security or the support from others. You're the one who's seeming to have to take the initiative and being responsible. So this is a great mantra. I am safe. This chakra opens up your prosperity, your belongings, and the feeling of security. So allow yourself to be mindful of how you are being taken care of, and those may not show up for you. But as long as you're taking on the responsibility of others, it may be that you're not trusting that they will step in and take care of you. And so under the deck, the overall energy or the theme of this reading has a lot to do with the 8 of Wands, which is another fire sign, about taking action or movement and a quick decision. And it has a lot to do with what you've been wishing for. You know, if you feel that this is a journey where you want to elevate yourself in a higher purpose, you know, that is something that you made a decision to do. And this is how things are going to fall through. You're making a quick decision, whether it is to stay with a partner, whether it is to make certain things work, whatever decision you make. You're making a decision to fulfill a certain need, and you've asked for it. At one point, you have asked and prayed for this situation, you know. So it's not about retribution. It's more about what is it that you want. And at one point, you were in alignment with this. Maybe your alignment has changed. And that makes a great deal of gratitude, because if you wanted this and your alignment has changed and now you don't want it after you've received it, that means more is coming to you as you are learning that you're just raising your vibration so much faster and quicker than you even manifest in. All right, Aries, your number card, angel number card that we will draw for you is 222. I didn't get a card for the collective, but I feel very much getting one of these cards. Sorry for my delay, guys. All right, 222, feminine forces. This is about relationships and balance. You can do everything by yourself, but life is to be shared. Partner up with the right spirit and you'll become a force. Honor commitments and people around you. Don't judge, listen. I got a message. I was dreaming about you last night. You still make me want you. So Aries, that was a message for you. Sorry, I wasn't going to include any of these other cards and I had them all tucked away. So I'm here. Come run with me. Come run away with me so we can be free from all this mess of life we have to live in. All right. And so Aries, that was your messages. All right. So Taurus. All right, Taurus. Looks like you're a little bit in your head. Ooh, you get a nice, happy outcome. Ray. All right. So Taurus, what is your situation? Well, here you are. You're in your head a little bit. I'm seeing here that you have the Rook of Swords, a lot of mental restless energy. There's a lot of curiosity. Your head, you're in your head a little bit for sure. We have laws of the universe is what's clarifying this card. So, you know, what you are putting in your mind, putting in your thoughts, the way you're thinking is going to echo out to the universe. So, you know, be mindful of the laws of the universe is at play here. If you're going to be in your head, you know, be careful of what you're thinking about because the laws of the universe will listen. So in the past, impacting your current situation, you've got the Empress, all right? So the Empress has a lot to do with motherhood, fertility, nurturing, and I always say nature. So nature sometimes has a lot to do with the organic, natural process. And so in the past, you had knowing that things were going to happen. So you were quite, you know, like it's going to happen, it's going to happen, it's going to happen. So you were, you know, trying to track this really fast, trying to make this happen really fast. Couldn't make it happen fast enough, actually. And so what needed to be brought to your awareness right now was the Two of Coins. And the Two of Coins being clarified by mirror switching. Has a lot to do with you needed to get your priorities in order. You needed to make sure that you're not giving so much to something that is not equally being balanced. You had to wait. And when you are subconsciously working with the other person's energies, it doesn't give them any space for them to be involved. It is really important for you to see that somebody has to show up in order for you to see how the energies work. So your strengths that you can play towards to help you out. You have here the Two of Swords. And the Two of Swords is usually has a lot to do with being in denial. You know, it has a lot to do with something is hidden. Something you're not quite sure of all the information yet. There's something, whether it is trauma, whether it is somebody is, you know, keeping a secret from you, but you know, this is actually benefiting you because, again, this is teaching you self-care. The only one you can trust is yourself. And so eat properly, get some exercise, sleep, you know, take care of yourself. And knowing that the only one you can really trust is you. So what is standing in your way? Oh, there's another one. What's standing in your way is this conflict. You know, again, you know, oh, it's you, it's you, it's you, it's everybody else but you. And so it's actually in your way. I'm just going to blow this one candle out because, ooh, it's going to smoke up. The little holder was making a smell. So what's blocking you is that you're thinking it's them. No, it's actually you. All right. So you are needing to be looking at what is going on with you. You're maybe part of the conflict. It's not always them. You know, they're not showing up. Maybe, you know, you're not seeing why, because there is something here that you're interfering with this. There's something about you. Maybe you just don't see it, right? What in your life requires the most attention right now is about this conflict that we're talking about. You've got the Five of Wands, and the Five of Wands upright is about, you know, this conflict. You know, why is it feeling like everybody's competition to you? Why can't you feel like people show up to be there for you? You know, it has a lot to do with your root chakra being blocked. You know, there is circumstances that have not been really working out for you. And because the circumstances have not been working out for you, it feels a little bit like you don't feel safe. You just don't feel safe in the energy of other people. The only one that you have been able to trust was yourself. And so when they say the other person or the projection that's being mirrored, we've got the Seven of Coins upside down. And the Seven of Coins is being clarified by crown blockage. And so, you know, you don't want to do the work. You know, crown blockage is I'm being guided by higher power and wisdom. And so sometimes when you don't want to do the work and you're just letting the higher power take care of all of it, it is important for you to understand that the higher power is not going to do your work. The higher power is there to guide you, not to figure it out for you or to make anything happen for you at all. They're not going to do anything for you. So that's not their job. How can you tap more in an alignment with yourself? I have I made a mistake. I read one of the cards that's in the wrong. I read the wrong position. So being aware that you have to make a difficult choice, and being aware that you have to make a difficult choice is how you can stay in that illuminating stage. The beginning and the ending of when you made that choice is, you know, in one moment, everything can change. In what area of your life that you can tap into alignment with yourself is, you know, allow yourself to know that things could happen in a moment. Absolutely. Don't feel that you know everything. Don't feel that you are totally aware that everything is going to happen. Be open. Be mindful of the fact that there is so much out there that you don't even know that could be happening. And just look for the opportunity to show up. Look for the possibility that there is something there that's just ready to happen. And that is how you're going to get more in alignment with yourself. What fear is holding you back? That you are not ready, that you are not beautiful, that you are not secure. It's insecurity. And so it's being clarified by sacral chakra being blocked. So the divine feminine, that security is a sacral energy. And if you don't feel, sexy or beautiful or vivacious, this is going to be important for you to really look at trust. Trust your feelings. Give them lots of room for expression. Allow the space to be there for you to feel. If you feel insecure, why do you feel like that? Is there anything you need to be aware of moving forward? Well, you got the 4 coins. 4 coins has a lot to do with what you're holding on to. And it is energy. It is only energy. So, if you're going to hold on to somebody thinking that, oh, if I don't let them go, they're not going to be there, it's energy. So whatever you put your focus to is going to happen. So don't be so conservative. Don't be holding on to things so frugally. Don't be insecure, because if you're going to hold on to yourself in some light of it being insecure, it's actually going to manifest in that type of light. The lessons that you are currently working through. You've got the 10 of Cups upside down. So the lessons that you are currently working through is about the distortion in divine feminine. And so because of the fact that divine feminine is not completely ready, the emotional state is being a little immature. You're not satisfied. You're not emotionally satisfied. And so it's not really about sadness, but you're not feeling certainly fulfilled. You feel like there's more that you need to work through. And if you're following the advice that is given here, it states the possible outcome is the sun. And so, you are going to be success. You are going to be able to see it. You just need to clear a little bit of your vision of what is going to be manifesting in the situation. There is a celebration. There is a time for you to celebrate. There is going to be a joy. There is going to be a win for you. And the energy that is under the deck is judgment. Yes, they are coming back. There is a renewal of love. There is a relationship that will come back, but something first needs to change. And it has a lot to do with boundaries of what you're giving your energy to and what you are protecting in your own self. It has not all about you being the compassion and being the one that's given all the love out. It has a lot to do with what are you receiving. All right, so Taurus. Taurus card is 0404. And this is about balance. Pay close attention to the people in your life, your surroundings, and your physical health. Don't freak out. It's just a warning to be careful and avoid making any further issues. Communicate clearly and help keep healthy boundaries, which is ironic. What was the overall energy? Communicate clearly and keep healthy boundaries. And message for Taurus. I have been thinking about you a lot lately, and some of it is quite intimate too. So Taurus, there has been someone who's been thinking about you an awful lot. And it's not negative. So Taurus, you're to pray. And this person is praying each and every day for you to come back to. So they're trying to manifest you back into their life. All right. And so Gemini. Gemini. I'll do Gemini, and then I'm going to choose one of you guys and do a free read, okay? Looks like some healing. All right, Gemini. I'm looking at some healing here. There's some healing. So self, your situation. I'm looking at the 7 of coins upside down. And the 7 of coins is being clarified by self-expression. All right. So it looks like you're not quite focused. You're a little cloudy. You're not sure what you should do. You are not really sure what you should do. You're trying to figure out who you are. You're trying to figure out what you need for self-growth. You know that this is the most important thing, is how are you expressing yourself? Who are you, right? And so is this person for you? Is this person what you are here for? And so in the past that's impacting the situation, we have the 5 of Cups upside down. And the 5 of Cups upside down has a lot to do with, I'm having clarification of the build the sandcastle. It has a lot to do with you healing and being okay and just enjoying the time in the sun. The sun is the highest card in the tarot deck. It is the card of joy. It is the card of expressing yourself in a really positive light. And this is clarifying, saying that this is a time of healing, right? This was a great time for you. And so what you needed to have brought to your awareness right now was that there was some difficult choices. We've got the 2 of Swords here. And that means there has been some hidden information that you were not quite aware of. And this information... this information was helping you through the subliminal meditations, helpful to reprogram your subconscious mind and rewrite your old memories. So there seems to be something that you needed to believe could help you. There's something here that could benefit you, but you had to understand that there was some subconscious programming that was actually interfering with you. What is your strength that you can play on in this situation is getting out of your head You know, Gemini, you are so famous for getting into your head at times. And so for you, you had to understand how past contracts actually really work. Past contracts are always going to show up for you to serve. You're going to serve your contracts. Your soul is always going to serve the contracts first. You get to be taken care of once you serve all your contracts. And so you had to learn to get out of your head. You had to learn to take anything personally. You know, everything is not always about you. And so what area you're standing in your own way? Well, it looks like you have some problems with patience. All right. So you've got the strength card upside down, and it has a lot to do with clarification of retribution. So you are not a patient person. You seem to lose a little control at times. And, you know, you're not here to be suffering. You know, you're not here to be persecuted or punished for anything that you did. You know, you don't have to panic. And so this is the thing, is how can you, you know, enjoy things a little bit better, because, you know, you're impatient, and, you know, you're lacking a little bit of that inner control that you need, and you feel like so guilty and so over, you know, wrought that you've made a choice in doing something that you're not having fun with, like you're just making it about work. And it's not supposed to be work. So what area that requires more attention right now is the Four of Cups upside down. And the Four of Cups upside down has a lot to do with connect. Connect with yourself. Connect with your sacral. Connect with your heart. You know, be understanding of what it means to release yourself from the past. Release whatever you experienced because it was painful and it was not alignment with something that was pleasant. If you allow yourself to really connect with yourself and all that you have been aligning with, you can create something brand new. It doesn't mean the person can't be part of it, but instead of repeating a cycle of karma, you can create now the dharma, because the other person or projection is being mirrored. You've got the King of Wands, and the King of Wands is the leader, you know, the masculine, right? And a challenge. And this is being clarified by the dimensions. So as you're shifting through the levels of consciousness, right? When you think of what's consciousness. So if you go and close your eyes and I said, you know, think of the word love. And I went and put the word love, and, or right now, Gemini, right? And we're looking at the word Gemini, and we're looking at the word Gemini. And I removed the word Gemini, even though we knew it was there. You could probably even close your eyes and see Gemini in your head. And if we even said it out loud, you could hear Gemini in your head, but you're not actually saying those words. You're not actually seeing the words. That has a lot to do with your consciousness. You don't see it, but you can see it in your mind. You don't speak it, but you can hear it in your mind. Those are really what consciousness is about. And so this is you have to understand how consciousness works. even if the person is not in your life, if you can hear them still speaking to you in your mind, if you can really recall those memories that are going on in your mind, are you allowing them to lead this dance? Or are you allowing them to be the story you want to live instead? It's really about your consciousness and how you allow this to play through. How can you tap more in alignment with yourself? You've got the divine feminine upside down. You've got the Empress upside down. So this means that you need to tap more in your intuition. All right. The Empress is more about the nurturing mother, where the divine feminine has a lot to do with your intuition, that you know what the magnet. You need to be the magnet. Don't do for everyone. Be the magnet. And so this calls for you to look inside and seek the answers that only you will know. And so what fear is holding you back? You're afraid it's over. You're afraid it's done. You're afraid that the cycle is done and over. Completion. And so this is what you're afraid of, that there's someone else that's going to show up for you. You're afraid that someone else is going to be better version, and it's going to come along and remind you of how much you are worthy of love. You know, why is somebody new showing up going to be a bad situation? Why are you afraid it could be somebody else? Why are you so afraid it could be someone else? Look at that. Why are you afraid it could be somebody else? Why is it so important that it's the person you thought it was? Is there anything you need to be aware of moving forward? The Chariot. You've got the Chariot here, clarified by Akashic Records. So, you know, this has a lot to do with, knowing which direction to go in. You really don't know which direction to go in unless you go and really look in on your journey of what you have discovered about you. Only you are going to know the truth of which direction you should go in. Even I cannot tell you what to do. The lessons that you need to learn about the situation. You've got the Four of Wands upside down. And the Four of Wands upside down and the lessons is about learning what secure attachment in relationships is really about. You know, do you want to have a non-committed type of relationship, or do you want a healthy, secure relationship? You know, maybe this has a lot to do with the lessons that you have to learn is what you're willing to accept and what do you really want? What do you really want? You know, the possible outcome I have is the wheel of fortune upside down. And so this is about things are never going to change. Things are never going to change until you reprogram your subconscious. You know, there is something hidden, and it's key to all your manifestations. And so, Gemini, you have to understand you don't have all the information. You have to understand there's something deep in your subconscious. And all you have to do is just reprogram yourself and you will see miracles happen. Overall energy for the read, you got the Three of Wands upside down. You are healing. You are healing. And it is about releasing fears. Whatever you are afraid of, this is what is happening here. Your energy number 222. This is the second time this came up. 222. This was with Aries as well, I believe. You can do it by yourself, but life is to be shared. Partner up with the right spirit, and you become a force. Honor commitments and people around. Don't judge or listen. This is about balance in relationships. Also, Gemini, your card. I will go and put the little numbers up for each of the signs at a different time. Timestamps. Love is to my significant other. I might run out of all the text messages to send you, and I might run out of all of the jokes too. And my phone might even run out of battery, but my heart will never run out of space just for you. And so, Gemini, take my hand and don't be afraid anymore. Take my hand and let me show you the way now. So, you know, it's time. It's time. It's time for it all to happen now. Lots of shifting and change is happening here. And there's a lot of healing that's happening for you. All right, so I am going to RK, I'm going to do you. RK, are you here? RK, are you here? Nisha? You said yes. I don't see RK. All right, I'm going to go and switch to somebody else. Oh, there you are. There you are. Yes. Yeah. I said RK. RK right there. It's all right. You're here. All right. RK, are you ready to hear what I have to say to you? Because I am showing you got some codependency here. All right. So the overall energy is about a commitment. It is about your values, your morals. And so you have the Hierophant as the overall energy of this reading. Now, your situation, I am showing the Devil. And the Devil is about blocked root chakra. All right. So this has a lot to do with codependency. It has a lot to do with you feel that, you know, you're not complete without the other person. There is some codependency here. And it has a lot to do with you not feeling safe. All right. You need to feel, oh, yes. Thank you, Nisha. Let me just change this over to mini reads. I just gotta, this is not Gemini. Here, I found mini reads. All right. So, thank you, Nisha. All right. So, this has a lot to do with the root chakra being blocked. All right. So mantras such as I am safe, I am safe, I am in my power, everything is working out for me, I am a magnificent manifester, and I know that everything is going to happen for me. I am so I've been posting a lot of affirmation type videos and little shorts, and they're they're literally like only a few seconds long. You might want to go and add those into your daily way, because it seems like you're not feeling safe. You're not feeling secure. You're not even believing in the affirmations that you're using. And so it's really important for you to see, why are you not believing in, this person being your person, or why are you not believing in your safety? Like, why is it that you have such doubt? All right. And so in the past, regarding the situation, was about, you've got the 5 of coins upside down. The 5 of coins upside down is about you working through some victim mentality. It looks like, you knew that you had some insecurities, and, there was some needs that you weren't getting met, right? So it's caused you to look at yourself. And when it comes to mirror work, it's like, you had to really look at yourself and say, hey, I don't want to ever be in that situation again. And so what you need to see be brought to your attention now is you not being lazy. By you doing the work, you really have to start focusing on what is the fears that are holding you back, right? These mantras are really effective because it looks like you have some fears, and those fears start in your root chakra. You're not separate from truth. You're not separate from love. You are just as lovable as anybody else. It is really a lot to do with our belief system. And so your strengths that you can play with in this current situation, you've got the death upside down. And you also got time to heal emotional wounds as a clarification. So, this is not over. Nothing's over. What is it? Nothing's over until the fat lady sings. It's not over. This is a continuation. And so what it is you just have to heal some emotional wounds. You didn't get the love that you deserve. You didn't get treated the way that you deserve to get treated by anyone. And so how can you, hi Shan, how can you know how, that's all right, Shan. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. So it's time for you to heal those emotional wounds, however those are. And so what I'm seeing here that is standing in your way is you looking back at your soulmate. You've got the 6 of Cups here. You looking back at that person is your soulmate. This is the one I probably messed up, the one that was for me. I want that person to be back. And this has a lot to do with your fears, right? Maybe those fears are anything but love. Maybe it has a lot to do with you not feeling safe. if you want them so much, you don't feel that they are coming back. When you're actually missing someone that much, you're not in a vibrational alignment. In fact, the more that you are in the dark night of the soul, that is actually meaning that you don't feel safe, that they can be there with you. And so this is why you need to what you need to have more attention on right now is understanding that it's important for you to get out of your head. It's important for you to figure out what your heart actually feels. And that means not letting the thoughts, you have a lot of thoughts in your head of what is going on that's not even real. It's actually influencing you in a negative way. So what this is saying is the person or projection that's mirrored is nobody loves you. You know, you are seeing that this person was just a contract. It's just all these contracts. Everybody's just here to hurt me. That is basically the projection that you are projecting right now. So how can you tap more in alignment with yourself? Well, that alignment with yourself is the Justice card upside down. So that means, you know, if the laws of the universe is not working for your benefits right now, right? You need to find a way that if your vibration is really low and is in separation form, we don't want to go and work with that energy right now. You want to go and work with how to be more in alignment with yourself is, you know, what is the possibility that there could be someone else that you could love even more? What would be the possibility if, you know, whatever is bad is good? What is the possibility, instead of cause and effect, that everything is two sides to a coin? You know, is there a possibility that instead of you thinking that this is the love of your life, that there is absolutely something more? So maybe what you need to do to tap more in alignment with yourself is just think of the possibilities. You see, the fear that is holding you back is that you will never achieve the emotional satisfaction that you want, that you fear no reconciliation. You fear you're not going to have that love after all. And so is there anything that you need to be aware of moving forward? Well, I have the Two of Cups. And the Two of Cups is about you trusting in the divine. It's about you understanding that when you and this person both trust in each other, that's where the magic is. If there's no trust, there's no love, right? So the fear that's holding you back is the fact that you don't trust that this person loves you. And you're starting to question if you ever loved them in the first place. So is there anything I need to be aware of moving forward? Is the trust in the divine. Trust that someone will love you just as much as you love them. What lessons are you currently working through? Well, the lessons that you're currently working through is the Three of Cups upside down. So celebrations are not about wins. Celebrations are about believing. Celebrations is because of the fact that happiness comes from within. Nobody outside of you is going to give you the happiness. No one outside of you will give you I'm not sure if I understand the question. What is reality of DM? I'm not understanding your question right now. Can you clarify what you're trying to say? What is the reality of DM? I have no idea. It's not showing anything in denial. What it's stating here is you're manifesting that you don't believe you're lovable, that you don't feel that you're going to get a person that's going to love you back as much as you love them. You don't trust. So you can't depend on somebody else to give you your happiness. And so the possible outcome, I am showing a little hard work. A little hard work. A little hard work. Be focused. Do your work. And you will have it. You will have it. There's a difference between codependency and when somebody really truly shows up to be your person. You got to get out of your anxious attachment. The anxious attachment is not going to help you get that relationship you want. It's going to just put you through a lot of energy that you don't want. So instead of feeling like this is all bad for you, it would be great to start feeling like, oh, this is all good. And I am assuming he doesn't like me and everything. What is the real feeling? Why should I be telling you what somebody else is thinking? Why don't you want to listen to what I'm trying to tell you about you? That's exactly what this reading was saying. It doesn't matter what they think. What matters is you. Hi, Mantra. I'm glad to see you coming along. Nisha, you're so great. I love the fact that I have people showing up and Nisha told them to come. Nisha, that's so great. So you understand what I'm saying, RK? I am assuming he doesn't like me and everything. What is his real feeling? Thanks for subscribing. Thank you, Shan, for that. That is absolutely true. Thank you so much for that. RK, so back to you. I'm assuming he doesn't like me and everything. So that's the thing. That's about you manifesting from your fears. You are exactly manifesting that. This is how we manifest. Whatever fear that you think or believe, you will create that energy. So whether or not that they want to like you or not has a lot to do with what you believe. So, this is creating a constant battle of you not feeling secure in a relationship because you fear that someone won't actually love you. And then what happens is that will manifest as the type of relationship that will show up. And that has a lot to do with your fears, which you have to, if you do the work, your twin flame will show up. Like you have the twin flame right at the end. So you have a fear of intimacy. I will tell you, you have a fear of intimacy, right? And so the fear of intimacy is, you don't want anybody to get close to you as much as you want someone, you're like suffocating people, wanting them to get close to you, but you're afraid because you create these fears. You create these toxic fears in order for you to keep people separate from you. You're manifesting this yourself. You're so afraid. And the fear is real. I can feel it in you. Let's get you a number. I'll get you a number and I'll give you your angel number. Work through your fear of intimacy. I think that's a video I'll have to post. If I don't get a chance to do it tonight, I'll do it tomorrow. Fear of intimacy, fear of, there's a couple of fears there. Fear of commitment, fear of intimacy, fear of rejection. There's a couple of fears. I'll do some things. So let's work on your fears, the stress from your fears. There's your number, 489170082. All right. And angel number for you, RK. This is your angel number, 0404. And that is about balance and power struggle. Pay close attention to the people in your life, your surroundings, and your physical health. It says, don't freak out. It's just a warning to be careful and avoid making any further issues. And this is a great card for you because it's saying exactly, you are going to manifest negative things for you if you don't get out of this energy you're in. It's time for you to look at the possibilities. Every negative is a positive. It's up to you which side of the coin you look at. It's the same coin. It's just two different sides. For everybody that leaves, it could be a positive reason. It's not always about negativity. All right, so the next one, I'm going to do a read for the signs. I'm going to do Cancer. I am going to go and do Cancer. I'm going to do Cancer, Leo, and Virgo. And then I'm going to do another free read. So Cancer. Before Nisha tells me, all right. All right. So Cancer. So Cancer here, you're looking at, you know, you have some high standards and the situation's coming up where you have a new opportunity. It might be an earth sign. It's, you know, you have really high standards and, you know, earth signs can be quite good. And you are, oh, that's so kind of you. That is so kind of you. You know, like I said, remind me to make some of those videos to help out. It will help out that fear of abandonment, fear of intimacy, fear of rejection. I'm going to do some more little short videos on some of those. So Cancer, you have here some high standards and you have this new situation, new opportunity, and it has a lot to do with somebody coming back. All right. So, you know, somebody maybe that you thought was really great from the past. And so in the past, who you had was the Queen of Hearts, somebody that you really loved. All right. You know, it was really compassionate, and it had a lot to do with you looking in your mirror, somebody that you really felt that you could tell yourself that you love yourself through this person. This person was really great for you. This person really showed up for you. This person was a person that you felt safe that you could love. What was something that needed to be brought to your awareness right now was the Judgment upside down. Judgment upside down has a lot to do with it wasn't the time for love. You know, I'm here showing it was not the time to go back to old love. It was time for new love. And so a renewal of love is doing what you were always used to having, and you just didn't recognize how great this love was because it was more unique and different and not like anything you've ever experienced before. And so what strength that you can play on in the situation, you've got the sun, and the sun is really about joy and success and transmuting all your fears. There's nothing in your way. And so what was standing in your way is the karmic influence. You've got the Eight of Wands upside down. And so that is, you didn't know how to move on. You didn't know how to heal from the situation. So what area of your life requires more attention right now? Stop being a people pleaser. Stop always needing to focus so much on them. It's how you express yourself. You know, being a people pleaser, you seem like you're bending over backwards trying to make everybody else good. And so the other person or projection that's being mirrored, you've got the Temperance. And so for you, it is to, you know, how you programming your subconscious is a lot to do with how you are finding meaning, how you are finding balance in what energy is being given and taken here. How can you tap more in alignment with yourself? Well, tapping more in alignment with yourself, I have the Nine of Swords. And the Nine of Swords represents, you know, where is it that you feel hopeless? Where is it that if you allow your intuition to do the work instead of your head, because in your head, you're telling yourself horrible stories. In your head, you are overthinking about lots of things that are probably not even real. And so in your intuition, it's telling you a whole different story because it's telling you something that's actually real. And so what fear is holding you back? It's the Lovers upside down. That you're not lovable, that you're not worthy, that you're not going to have your special person, that you're not going to be happy. And so that is the story that you are telling yourself. So Cancer, is there anything that you need to be aware of moving forward? Yeah, you have fear of failure. You know, you are, you know, Tree of Life has a lot to do with what happens on one level of reality also happens on other levels. So, you know, if you feel that everything in your life is falling apart, everything in your life is going to be reflect that. You know, if you're closing down your business, if you're closing down shop, if you're moving your home and you're having family problems, it's going to blend and bleed into everything. So as cycles close up, everything else has to close up with it. It's just how life is. And so which lessons, okay, which lessons are you currently working through? Well, you're working through not being avoidant. You're trying to start connecting with responsibility and what is really to follow through. It's time for you to do the work, releasing what is no longer good for you instead of being attracted to people who are not there in the long run and who are only just impulsiveness. It's time for you to look at, why you're even doing that. Possible outcome. I see here a lot of hard work. You really working hard. And what is happening is you are subconsciously working on the other person's energy. So, don't be doing their share of the work. It's important for you to focus on yourself, because you're a people pleaser. You're going to go and do their work too. And what is the overall energy here is about you being a bit of a workaholic, because the fact is, this is somebody who is doing a lot of work. And why are you doing so much work is because this is your person. And you know this is your person. You know this is your person. And if you know this is your person, you just want nothing but this person in your life. You're just trying to make sure that everything is nice and tidy and perfect for this person. You've got 1441, and that means you're very unique. Your life goals, your mission is very unique. It's at that time of intense self-development. Focus your mind on your craft. You already have what it takes to succeed, but practice makes you a master. It also serves to find your true purpose. Leveling up in your career or business is a priority right now. And that is what I was saying, the tree of life. Focus on your career, focus on your money, focus on the things that's really important to you. Other people will show up, and you have to just believe, right? Message for you. Okay, I'm going to get a number for you as well. All right, Cancer. Third eye vision. 891420. And for you, forgiveness. So you are getting forgiveness, and you've got soon. So you are going to be reunited really soon. Once you go and do some forgiveness, once you start forgiving yourself, do the Ho'oponopono, which is thank you, I love you, forgiving yourself. It's just a whole process. It's just a chant. It's just 4 different things that you're saying over and over. And, as you're forgiving yourself, you're going to see all of this energy align, and it's going to happen really soon. So, Cancer. I am seeing, stop making me think about you. I am busy. You're distracting me. All right, which is really great. All right, so Cancer, that was for you. Now I'm going to go on to Leo. I wonder if it'll let me bring you guys up yet. It won't let me open it up. All right. Well, that sucks because. All right. Leo. Leo. Uh-oh, Leo. What's going on with you? All right. So, Leo, overall in this energy, got the Queen of Hearts. And I'm showing your situation. You got the King of Swords upside down. This has a lot to do with somebody that's being a little narcissistic. All right. Somebody is being quite selfish here. And Tree of Life is being used. And here underneath, you got the Queen of Hearts, and you've got it's them, not you. They are thinking about you because you stopped thinking about them. So this has a lot to do with the other person. So you are focusing quite a bit on your situation about somebody being a little kind of not very nice, actually. They are, what happens on one level, reality is also happening on all the other levels. Usually when I see the King of Swords upside down, they are not really level-headed. They are being selfish and greedy and even a little malicious, okay? A little, using you. Be careful. But in the past, that was impacting the situation is, you've got this star upside down. And the star upside down, it's about mirror switching when you subconsciously is working at the other person's energy because you did not have much faith. You did not see much faith in this person. You didn't feel any hope. You were inspired. You felt really like it was a really hopeless place here that you felt. And so something that you needed to be brought to your attention right now is a karmic influence of the Eight of Cups. And the Eight of Cups is about you needing to walk away and leave behind. It is a karmic situation. So it is for you to see how the universal laws, and this is a karmic law that's actually in play. The strength that you can play on in this current situation is to remember that you've got the Queen of Coins, which is you are worthy. And remember that you are worthy. You don't have to put up with this at all. You can receive whatever it is that you want. What you are doing to block your own self, or, what area that you're standing in your own way. You've got the 10 of Wands upside down. It's like you don't want to take on the responsibility or the stress. It's like you're afraid to walk away. You're afraid to, it's kind of like you're afraid to see what's going on. You get spiritual bypassing, which is like, I just want to be happy. I just want everything to be good, but I don't want it to do anything to get there. What about the fact that when somebody makes you feel good and then they leave and then you don't feel so great, maybe you never felt good in the first place. So why I'm saying that is what requires the most attention now is what is going to make you feel empowered as you as a manifestor. What do you feel you deserve? What is it that is, yours, and what are you self-victimizing? So do you feel like you are able to get anything yourself? Are you able to manifest? Can you be happy on your own? Can you have it all by yourself? This has a lot to do with feeling unworthy. And so the other person is the mirror, or being a projection to you is, it just seems like you've got Nine of Wands, which is you looking at how much you've achieved, how much, how you're so close. You're so close to, what you want. But you're really starting to question, what do you want? You're, now that you're there, what do you want? And so how can you tap more in alignment with yourself is, stop being so free with your energy. Stop being so easygoing and agreeing to what everybody else wants you to do. In fact, it's important for you to see that you have you look into your own Akashic records, and there is going to be more there for you. What fear is holding you back? What fear is holding you back is that you may be the toxic person. You don't trust in yourself. You don't trust in divinity. You don't trust. And so because you don't trust, it's how things manifest. You're questioning, are you toxic? Are you attracting toxic people? There is a fear here that has a lot to do with who you are and how you manifest. Is there anything you need to be aware of to move forward? Yeah. Nine of Cups. Your emotional satisfaction has a lot to do with your letting go of fears. And so, what lessons are you currently working through? Self-worth. You have a fear of not being enough. Block root chakra. So, as long as you don't feel safe, as long as you are not feeling worthy, you don't feel like you have enough money, you don't feel like you have enough, it is going to make you feel that you can't hold on to anything. And so that has a lot to do with past contracts. So, if you feel that you can't have anything unless somebody gives it to you, it's not about you being able to, you're not lazy. It just, you don't know how to get into receiving mode. You actually have a trauma of receiving. You're not able to receive properly. It is an abundance in your subtle energy system that is, you resist the ability to receive. It's you having this guard up in your subtle energy field that blocks the ability to manifest from others properly. It's really just an energy. And it's something that you can easily release. It's just that you have to get into the energy of really believing. Let's pull a angel number card for you, Cancer. 2424. So, this is about good times. You are worthy of affection, leisure, and pleasure. And if you tell your family and friends how you feel, you'll find that you're on the same page and can work together effectively. Many people are rooting for you. And if you spread love, it will find its way back to you multiplied. All right. So, there you go. You're not, you don't need people to validate you. And that seems to be what was coming up for you. All right, let's find your manifesting number here. Hi, Brody. It's nice to see you. Okay, so here's to recapture the spark lost in a relationship. 214, 214, 314. And your love message. When I knew I loved you, I questioned why. Give me some time. I am coming home. That is your message for you. All right, Leo. And then I'm going to, after this reading, I'm going to do a free read for you all. We're going to do Virgo. All right, Virgo. Nice to see you. Nice to see you, Bodhi. Is everybody else still here? Because we're going to be doing a read after this one. And I hope that you're still here. Oh, Virgo. I love this song. Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. Well, well, well. Well, Virgo. I'm a Virgo, by the way. Queen of Hearts below the deck. And like I said, I'm not making up this reading. I'm just reading the cards. All right. You've got the King of Hearts as the mirror. Queen and King. This is the energy of underneath the deck, and the King is the projection. All right. So we have for you, Virgo, it's not over. It's not done. It is not done. It is not over. And it is still ongoing because there's a past contract. There is a contract here and it's not done. Whatever it is, it has to be completed. It's going to get completed here. It's not done. In the past, it seems like regarding this situation, you weren't willing to do the work. You weren't willing to follow through. Your root chakra was blocked. You weren't feeling that you were secure in any which way. So you had some different things that you had to do some work through, and you weren't willing to do the work. You weren't willing to give. You weren't willing to actually follow through. And what you needed to actually be brought into this awareness right now was the fact that it was some avoidant tendencies, there was some impulsiveness, it was some defensive behaviors, and it has a lot to do with the universal laws that are at play. And so, those universal laws at play, if you are avoiding attachment, you're going to attract somebody who's going to be insecure. And if you're insecure, it's going to attract avoidant attachment. And so some of your strengths that you can play on in this current situation was you seeing that was a hermit card upside down. It was important for you to play on the fact that, you can't be the one who always knows the answer or knows all the truth. You have to look at the ways that you always had to justify somebody else's behavior. You needed to seek sometimes that unwanted attention sometimes, right? You always had to say, oh, that's all right, and making excuses for them, right? So how are you standing in your own way? You've got the Empress, right? And the Empress is with the clarification of the retribution. You got too serious. You were like, oh, I need to be, nurturing, and I need it to be a mom. I need it to be serious. I need it to take care of everything. And, you forgot how to be fun. You need to understand what it's like to be a kid again. You don't always have to be the adult. You can be a kid too. And so what area of your life requires more attention right now? You got the masculine upside down. You don't have to be in charge. You don't have to even have any control. Break the rules. Who cares? Right? Just whatever you want to do, but don't be so serious. Don't be so serious about everything. You see, the other person or the projection mirrored, there's a lot of love. It's a lot of love here. This person loves you. Stop being so, oh, it's got to be this. Maybe the person just loves you. All right? And it's okay. So how can you tap more in alignment with yourself? You've got the two of Pentacles upside down. Stop organizing everything. Stop making it needing to be so balanced. Stop like, what are you contributing into this, right? It is a lot to do with you seeing that the distortion in their energy has a lot to do with you needing just to cleanse yours. You need to take care of your energy. And, you keep yourself clean. You keep yourself taken care of. And what fear is holding you back? You're afraid of being too happy. You're afraid when things happen and you celebrate that it's over. You're afraid that this is it. You're afraid this is all there is to all of this. And so, is there anything you need to be aware of moving forward? Absolutely. How are you manifesting? As the manifester, you got to take care of your needs. Don't always make it about them. And so, which lessons are you currently working through? You got the Queen of Swords. the lessons that you are needing to do is be clear in your head of what you want. Know what you want. Know what you deserve. And ask for it. And so possible outcome, you've got the King of Wands upside down. So that means Kundalini activations. This person is not going to be such a challenge. This person's not going to be such a challenge. All you have to do is clear any cords of attachment and just have some fun. The overall energy was the Queen of Hearts. And be guided by a higher power. And know everything is okay. Just allow things to happen as it is. The message for you, Virgo, is love. They're coming home. They're coming home, and they're going to see you real soon. Your message from them is each day. You're going to see them each day, and every single day, they love you more than they did yesterday. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. So right now we're just wrapping up Virgo, and I'm about to do a free read on somebody in my chat. Virgo, your number is 1414, which means lighten up. Focus on your needs, desires, and hobbies. Everything is more accessible with the right attitude, which your reading stated. Lighten up. Be like a child again. Don't be so serious. And let your person be the man or the woman that they are, because it looks like there is alignment here. It looked very good. Good vibes will speed up the process. This is really good. All right, and for you, Virgo, your manifesting number. So your manifesting number is a calming number. This is your number, 489-17082. All right. So if I'm going to say your name, you have to be present. Anisha. Nisha. Wow, I'm so impressed. You're all Cancer. I just did a Cancer read earlier. By the way, Cancer, you had a good message. Actually, there's been a lot of good messages here tonight. A lot going on this month. It's really like this weekend is really good. This weekend is really good. All right, so I am sure. Do you want me to do the same format as what I was doing, or do you want me to do a little bit about your energies and their energies? A little bit of a different one. I can. All right. So just putting it out there, just for all of you, if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, you won't get the notifications. I'm also asking everybody, especially if I read for you, please like the video. It just gives me an ample opportunity to do more of these for you. I also appreciate comments below the video. I am willing to answer and address any questions. If you want me to do certain healing meditations or certain healing processes or clearings or anything that could help you, I certainly will present them. I'm not... these are things that I've offered to my clients over the years, and I'm willing to share them with you. All right. Nisha. All right. All right. So I'm doing a different one. And so because you said you are checking in on Goldie's energy because you text him yesterday and he still did not respond. You said he said nothing, only small conversation at call. I want to check his energies both the after yesterday. Did he respond at all? If he responded at all, that's better than nothing. I'm here showing for you, you're being quite hard on yourself. Hi, Anita. I still have you on my list as well, Anita. So I could still pull you. I have Nisha and RK. I've read for both of you. I still have Tej and I still have Anita on my list. And I also have a new person that just joined here. So that's a good thing. I am seeing here. I'm seeing here a little bit of, that's why I was wondering. I'm seeing a little bit of information here. So I will read to you what I got, okay? So I'm seeing here that you're being quite hard on yourself. You're being a little rigid. Anita, don't post your question until I'm ready to read you. All right? If I call you, and there's no guarantees, I still have Libra, Scorpio, and Sagittarius. So I'm going to be doing 1, 2. Yeah. Anita, I'll be probably reading you at some point. I'm just not ready to read you yet. So when I'm ready to read you, you can post your question. But you have to be present when I go to read you. But yeah, I'll be reading you. I'm not sure if I'm going to be reading you in 3 reads or in 6 reads. But yeah, it's just this way it helps. So Nisha, back to you. You're being a little hard on yourself. I'm seeing here that you are a little bit too much in your masculine energy. You need to get more into your feminine magnet energy. All right. You're a little bit into doing instead of pulling. All right. Um, you are being very emotionally stabilized here, but you're just trying to get things moving. You're a little impatient. And so, what you want, you're kind of like, oh, I want this. And you're just kind of going after it. The only thing is you are not following through with the responsibilities that you have to follow through with. And so with this, you're feeling a little hopeless. All right. And so, and now when there is a conversation, you're kind of like, oh, am I messing this up? Is this being toxic? Is this, and you're questioning yourself a lot. And so, you want things to be a little bit more give and take. You want things to be a little bit more balanced. You're aiming to have a little bit more balance in your relationship. Now, with Goldie is trying to be really mature about the situation. They're not quite sure what they want. And so because they are not sure what they want, they decided to give a little. And so what I'm seeing here is, they're responding. All right. They're giving a little. They're just, they're just keeping themselves. They're being a little immature about it, but they're giving a little. But they're holding back a lot. All right. They're giving a little, but they're holding back a lot, which is important. And they do see the value in you. They do see, if you see the value and worth in you, they see it too. They know that you are a prize. They absolutely do. They just don't want a commitment right now. They're not looking for a commitment right now. In fact, they are really trying to figure out what they want. They're looking for something. They're like, I don't know if she's the one. I don't know if this is what I want. I'm looking for an answer. And for some reason, I'm just not getting the answer. And so they're unsure if they want you because you're so readily available. You are becoming so available, they don't know that the grass is greener yet. They don't see the potential possibility of how you are what they're looking for, because you keep on saying, here I am, here I am, here I am, here I am, here I am. And they're like, yeah, I can't see over you. I don't know. I can't see over you. And so this is about, they just want some solitude. They just want to go in. They just want to take a step back from this and just be able to take a little time to look inside. The fact that you initiate a little conversation is not wrong. In fact, this is how you're supposed to do the dance. There was a connection. Now pull your energy back. Just pull your energy back and let them feel you pull your energy back. Let them feel the possibility. They didn't forget about you. You responded to them. Just let them think about it. Just, like I said, this is like in 9 days. In 9 days. 9 days. All right. Because I know for you, you feel very much like in order for you to be in a nice, healthy, secure attachment, you need to release them. But for them, they are dealing with a problem that had nothing to do with you. they're dealing with some moodiness behavior because they're not used to having all of this positive attention. They're not used to having somebody treating them so good. They're used to people not being, nice to them. For some reason, there is a wound here with the mother, and that they're trying to work out through, right? So just give them a little time. Things are not bad here, Goldie. Just give them a little time. You still here? Nisha? So you got 0303, which is about taking chances. When a chance presents themselves, seize them and do something out of the ordinary. And whether in your professional or personal life, you will find success in welcoming creative impulses and having a faith in your own abilities. Trust in chance and take a risk on an opportunity that could change your life for the better. So you did that. You took a chance. And right now, you need to be patient. Don't be doing the action. Pull back your energy. Allow yourself to get in your divine feminine energy. Because this is the part of called creation. This is the part called creation. There is a connection with your soul and their soul. All right? And the message I have for you, I'm getting here, honey, please don't give up on me. I will be back. And if you will believe it, I will be in your heart. I am going to check one of these for you. All right, so you are to surrender, which is what your reading said too. It says, how can you deepen your trust right now? How can you deepen your trust more? How can you trust a little deeper now? This is a time for you to trust and surrender. Let go of the wheel. You can trust. You can trust yourself. Trust yourself so that you can deepen your trust in others. Trust creates safety, and when you feel safe, you will feel unstoppable. Today's action for you is to let go and trust. Today, find your center in the chaos and be certain within yourself so you can deepen your trust in others. And this is the thing. Right now, this person just needs a little space. You need to be able to give them a little space. Let them see what they feel. Let them figure it out, what they want. So that's your answer. You responded to him and you want to know what is the result of that. It looks really good. It just looks like if you give him a little space. This is your number. Eternal love. A little space. Give them a little space. 5932568. All right, I'm going to go back to Libra. Oh, I did Virgo that whole time. I'm sorry, Nisha. I have to go and figure it. I'm so sorry. Libra. All right. Libra. Libra, look at you being all self-worthy. Ooh, Libra. You got the same as Virgo there. All right. So underneath the card, yeah, I know. Nisha, you gave him space for 2 weekends and didn't even send him a text. That's the point of it. That's what I'm saying. You are not given space. It means don't text him. Given space means to really pull your energy back and just let them think on their own. Don't try to make them think about you. Don't try to manipulate them right now. See what happens. You need to learn what trust really is. Really learn what trust is. You'll see there is no such thing as love if there is no trust. All right, so your card, Libra, is Temperance. All right, so Temperance, middle path, finding meaning in all of this. You are showing Queen of Pentacles. You're looking at your self-worth. You're looking at, is this worthy? Is this something that you want to even do? Has a lot to do with releasing somebody from your past and being able to move on to something that you feel like you deserve, right? In the past, there was an ending. There was someone that you had to let go of. And when you let go of them, you went and had some fun. You went and decided, I'm going to go and see who shows up and enjoy my life. And what you had to actually be brought into your awareness right now is the fact that you are self-protecting yourself. You are needing to reprogram your subconscious. And so some of the strengths that you can play on in this current situation is not doing the same thing over and over again. This doesn't have to be a soulmate. This could be maybe something more or less, right? Avoidant attachment tends to be one of the insecure attachment styles. And, being in the avoidant attachment is something that is actually working out for you. How are you standing in your own way? Well, you're certainly not being addicted to this person. You're certainly not being codependent at all. In fact, maybe you have a problem with it, but you're not in this situation. And the area of your life needing more attention right now is this new beginning. There is a possibility of new feelings. And, you're not going to really realize this until you actually process the feelings that you're feeling. the person or the projection that's being mirrored, there's a lot of love here. Lot of love here. And it's like, yes, this person says, yeah, let's do this. All right. So yeah, Libra, it's like, yeah, everything is happening. I'm doing the signs right now. I'm doing Libra. So right now I'm reading, and unless I call your name, don't put down your question because I'm not going to go back looking for the questions. So right now we're focusing on Libra. So right now we have, this is happening. You've got a yes with your king, a lot of love here. And so how can you tap into being more in alignment with yourself? Well, don't focus on the toxic energy between you two. You know, you're a little bit of this negative energy from past lives and previous situations. It's just residue that's coming up. It just needs to be cleared. And so as long as you have that residue and that energy coming up, it is important for you to understand this is not going to serve you. And so the fear that is holding you back is a lot to do with the Empress. You know, you're afraid that this is your person. It freaks you out a little bit, you know, like, you know, you have to be careful with what you say. You know, you're feeling a little bit like this is like, this is the one, and it freaks you out a little bit. You know, maybe there's a possibility of your words are so powerful, and so that this is somebody that you actually really truly love. This is your person. And so what is happening here is, you know, what you need to be aware of to move forward is, you know, you've got here, it's not for you to work so hard towards, but it's for you to pay attention that you don't have to do much more work. It's happening. It's happening soon. And so the lesson that you are working on currently, you've got the Three of Cups upside down, is this is about you expressing yourself, and this is not something that you feel needs to be involving other people. In fact, the possible outcome is if you do your subliminal meditations and reprogram your subconscious and the stories that you tell yourself, it's going to go and happen as fast as you really actually want it. You know, right now it's showing here, this is about finding meaning to everything. This is about, you know, how you are remaining calm in this whole situation. Calm. You want to be calm in this situation. You know, don't be so intense that everything just goes and feels overwhelming. You just want to be calm in a sense. Instead of anxious and freaked out, you just want to be relaxed. You just want to feel ease. You just want to feel a peace. You just want to feel calm and ease and peace, which is great to feel so relaxed. All right, so your messages. So your messages that I have is story. You are the story I tell myself every night before I go to sleep. All right. And your message from your person says, even if I was an artist, I could not pick up the paint to portray your beautiful features. If I was a writer, I could not find the words to describe my love for you because you are my perfect match. Well, you're just beautiful, Libra. Well, you are represented by Venus. And for all of you who are in my chat, if order for you to have a read, I will tell you, you have to be subscribed to my channel. So nobody can go and ask for a reading and not be subscribed. I used to be able to have that in my chat, but now I probably have to try to make sure that is still valid now. One more card here for Libra, and then we'll go on to Scorpio. Deep satisfaction. This is your number 3097433. Scorpio. All right, Scorpio. Oh, messages were tracked. All right, so if you were just putting in some information to what you wanted for your read, just hold back a little bit. I will be pulling some more free reads. I've been doing a few of them here and there. And so this is the thing. You have to be a subscriber and you have to be here with me, and I will put you on my list, and then I will pull your name. And so we've done a couple of reads, and it's just to be fair, right? Yeah, I usually do a couple of signs and then I pull a person. I've been doing a couple of reads. I mean, if people are just going to jump in, ask for a read, and expect me to drop everything for everybody else, and it's just not fair, is it? All right, Scorpio. Well, Scorpio, looks like might be a Virgo that you're concerned about. It looks to me like the overall energy is a hermit. You're searching for some truth. You're trying to find the answer. You're trying to go within, and you're trying to figure out what is going on within you. You know, what is this all about? It's you taking a step back, or you're dealing with a Virgo. So your situation looks like you're focused on a soulmate here, and your soulmate, you feel like it's not been fun. All right. I'm seeing here that you are suffering in some way. You feel a little bit of, you know, somehow you messed up and you're being persecuted or punished for it. Your past impacting in your situation. It looks like something happened. You've got the Empress upside down. You weren't giving into something. You weren't nurturing something as like you should have. You know, you weren't giving the love the way that you should. What is something that needed to be brought to your awareness? Was something is not done. Something is not, you know, not over. Something is not over. All right. So you do have some abandonment issues. All right. And so it's like someone you lost a long time ago in the past is kind of like in the background, in your subconscious. And it just seems like, because they left you, you're expecting everybody else when you get close to them, they're going to leave you too. It's just how the subconscious works. And so, you are the strengths that you can play on in this current situation. You don't seem to be in the energy of love. You tend to be in the energy of trying to figure out what it is. You're resisting love. You're resisting, knowing the truth. And so what area are you standing in your way? Well, you've got the Queen of Coins upside down. So what's standing in your way is that you don't see that you actually are worthy. You have a lot of fears, and those fears are really getting in your way. The area of your life that needs more attention is the fact that you don't trust in divine. You don't trust when there's anybody that shows up for you. You don't trust anybody right now. Nobody, including you. And so the other person is actually the other person seems like a trauma bond. I'm sorry. The other person seems like a trauma bond. If there's trauma in you, it seems like it's being mirrored. And it's not that they're in trauma, but it seems like there's a trauma bond of where they seem healed. And so how to tap in your alignment with yourself is not to be so codependent. And just to be clear, of other people. And the fear that is holding you back is that you're not going to be happy. You are you have these boundaries up because you're being very negative about, I'm not going to be happy. So you're not even taking the chance. And so is there anything that you need to be aware of to move forward? You're the magician. You can create these opportunities. All you have to do is believe it, see it with your third eye, just clear that block that you can see ahead. What lessons are you currently working through is your fear of commitment. You are needing to reparent yourself, retell you the story, reprogram those fears that you had. And so the possible outcome is, it's time for you to heal the restless energy in your head. You need to do the violet flame. You need to clear a lot of toxic energy. It was because of the programming of the self-talk. There's a lot of self-talk. When you can learn how to start trusting and allowing the energies to start taking effect, instead of, being in your head, you can start being in your heart. And so this was all about letting go. This is all about letting go. Letting go. And I said this earlier in another read. When you learn to let go, all sorts of things can happen there. Scorpio, the message I have for you. Came up before, 1414, light up. Has a lot to do with mood swings. It has a lot to do with negative energy. Focus on your needs, desires, and hobbies. Everything is more accessible with a light attitude. You'll be blessed with new opportunities once you bring that vibration up. All right, and friends. So maybe this person is in your social circle. Maybe you're going to meet them through somebody that you know. You're going to maybe cross paths with them. Somehow you're going to be out socializing and playing, and it's when you're going to bump into them. And so you're going to notice that you're going to be thinking about each other a lot when you do. All right, Scorpio, let's get into Sagittarius energy. All right, and I'm going to pull another reading right after Sagittarius. All right, Sagittarius, you don't want to walk away from this. I see you don't want to walk away from this. Looks like you've been taking on a lot of responsibility and burdens of something, and it has a lot to do with something that's been hidden. And so it's just been your responsibility. You're taking upon a lot of responsibility, and it's not. It's something hidden. It's something that you don't even know. All right, so you don't want to walk away from something that you want to express yourself with. All right, so in the past, regarding the situation, you felt like an opportunity just kind of fell to the wayside. It just didn't work out for you. And, you were, trying to do some healing through this process, right? What, something you need to be brought to your awareness at this time that you weren't even aware of is a lot to do with justice. This is a lot to do with the truth and some clarity. Maybe there is something here that you didn't even know, right? So, ascension is a bitch. All right. So ascension is temporary, and as you move up through the levels of consciousness, it can affect your energy. And so the strengths that you can play on in this situation, you've got the Lover's card. And so, there is a soulmate here. This is a person, but, you're in polarity. And when you're in polarity with this person, there will be this runner chaser type of energy. But, this is a partnership, and you just have to know that there is definitely a connection. The how you're standing in your own way is, you are spiritually bypassing yourself. So basically you're feeling, oh, I'm so complete, I'm so happy, I'm so fulfilled, everything is perfect, so everything is wonderful. But you're spiritually bypassing, which is, are you really, or are you really truly all that okay? Because I'm not so sure. And so what area of your life requires more attention right now? we have the balancing the masculine and the King of Wands upside down. So it's almost exactly the same card. And so what this is saying is about balancing the masculine. You know, don't be so much of like doing all of this action. It's time for you to just pull your energy back a little bit. I have here, how is the other person or projection mirrored? You've got the Queen of Swords upside down. So get out of your head, because you have no idea. In fact, it's got balance inner feminine, and so that has a lot to do with it. You don't even know how you feel. You don't know how you feel. You don't know, even what you think. You don't even know if it's really yourself or if you're just focused on the other person. So your balance in the masculine, balance in the feminine is important for you right here. So how can you tap in the alignment with yourself? Well, you're blocking yourself. Basically, it's karmic. All right. So you have a block in here in your throat chakra, and your throat chakra has a lot to do with your manifesting. All right. So you are blocked. So release this block, and so you have what fear is holding you back. Well, you're afraid that you're not going to win. You're afraid to let go. You're afraid that this person's not going to choose you. And so, is there anything you need to be, how you stand away? Is there anything you need to be aware of to move forward? You have the Wheel of Fortune. And the Wheel of Fortune is a lot to do with you seeing that you couldn't see this. There was no way that you could predict how everything was going to happen. This is about fate. This is about change that you didn't even expect. This is about things, it's kind of scary when things shift. And this is a lot to do with shift happening here. I'm seeing here, what lessons are you currently working through? You're working through the Five of Cups. And the Five of Cups has a lot to do with you clearing. You no longer suffering, you releasing the guilt and the suffering and the victim mentality. This is time for you to clear. And the possible outcome that I am seeing is balancing decisions upside down. So, two of you are not going to work well together if you are afraid to walk away. You need to be okay in a relationship. If you can't talk, if you can't say what you want, if you feel like there is a lot of conflict happening with you and this other person, maybe basically the energy is, can you trust in the divine that when something is not for you, that you can walk away? If they come back to you, sure, it is. If they're gonna go and come back, maybe it was the energy that needed to be. Can you trust that what is for you will happen? All right, so Sagittarius, fame, 827747, fame, and angel card, 0110, and that is your belief system. You can go after what you want. You're blessed with so many talents. and skills, and you make it easy to stand out from the crowd. So, you know, embrace what makes you different, because really it's about you are unique. And that's what you have to embrace about yourself. Let's see if I can find more information about your person. Oh, well, you're manifesting them. They're manifesting you. And I have here even, oh, so maybe they're very artistic too, because they think that you are so beautiful and that you could not even be able, they could not even express the words. They're going to love you so much, so much. All right, Sagittarius. All right, I'll do another quick reading here. Nita, are you here? Anita, are you here? Tej, you're next after Anita. Anita? Anita, I know you were here for quite a long time. And Tej, you're going to be the next reading too. If Anita doesn't show up, I'll do your reading, Tej, and then see if Anita shows up for after. We'll give her a moment. I'll just clear. All right, so Anita didn't show up, so Tej, I'm going to do you. And then this way, if Anita shows up, she can get the next reading. All right? Do you have a question? Tej? Do you want me to just read for you? Do you have a question, Tej? All right, Taj. I know you've been here through this whole time, so I'm just going to start yours. So, Taj, I have here the overall energy has a lot to do with you not in receiving mode. I am seeing you're concerned that you have to walk away from someone, or that you thought you were being disillusioned in some way. You're concerned that you have to release your person, and you're really scared because you're not in receiving mode. You're not in self-care mode either. And so here you are, you're looking for a reading, or your situation is, do I have to let go of my person? I don't want to walk away. And so in the past, you experienced regarding this situation, you had some really high standards, you had some it looked like you worked really hard. You did a lot of journaling. You did a lot of affirmations. You really worked hard on yourself. But what you had to be brought to your awareness is, it shouldn't be such hard work. It should be about you expressing yourself. It should be about you having fun. It should be, you're working too hard, and it's supposed to be more fun. What you are to play on in your current situation, that is one of your strengths, is the strength card, right? And so the strength card is about you tend to be in a state of samadhi. You're able to release what's no longer doing any good for you. You're able to be patient. You're able to really manifest through this strong energy. But what is actually standing in your way is you have some insecurity. You have a victim mentality. You have you manifest from a poverty mindset. So I think that, there is a meditation or hypnosis. Hey, Aries, how are you? There is a hypnosis that I've done that is about clearing some past life vows, and it would probably do some good for you, because I'm seeing here that you're from a scarcity mindset. And so what requires your attention right now is that you're disconnected from yourself, and that's probably not the energy you want to work from. It's showing here that it's more about anxious attachment, that is that victim mentality, that scarcity mindset. And that you being disconnected has a lot to do with you feeling worthy of love. And so the projection or the mirror that you may be experiencing is that, you're not seeing any action happening around you right now. And so the fear that is holding you back, you're afraid that it's over. You're afraid that you're going to be defeated, but it's really a fear. You have a fear of failure. You have a fear of being defeated. It is a fear that you have to work through. And so, what you need to be aware of to move forward is your insecurities is in your way. You have to balance some energies. That is really about you manifesting, is that this is really about your insecurities yourself, right? So that's why we manifest. We manifest to self-heal, right? what lessons are you currently working through? You are the magician. And the magician is, so, you know, what is it that you think of is yes. Yeah, that's true. If you say, oh, you know, they're not coming back. Yeah, that's true. Oh, I'm not. Yeah, that's true. Whatever you believe is true. Absolutely. Whatever question you have in your head, yes, it's true. And so the lesson that you are currently working through is not to be so attached to everybody, not to be so codependent, because it's about mirror switching. You know, when you're subconsciously working out the other person's energies, it kind of basically, you know, becomes projections instead of you. And so the possible outcome is it love or is it attachment? Because you don't want attachment. You want love. And that's the thing. This overall energy is you need to focus on what you want and not trying to prove that you can do this, because you can. In fact, you're doing a good job. It's just that you're so focused on serving yourself, you're making it all about them. And that's how healers work. Right now I am doing Capricorn, and there are a couple of things I do reads, but I have a few people that's already on the list. And so it depends on if I have more time after I do a couple more of the signs. I've got Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces yet. Also, anybody who asks for readings have to be subscribed in order to be able to get a reading. Aries, so nice to see you. I do have somebody who has a private reading that has been won, and I will make that announcement yet tonight too. So stay tuned. All right, Capricorn. All right, Capricorn. You know, you're being a little bit in this energy of trying to do things properly. You're trying to, you're being quite logical, of course. You're trying not to be so impulsive. You're trying to be very calculated overall in this energy. And so I am seeing here that your energy, you are here in a state of, yes, absolutely. Come and visit me again soon. I will be here on Saturday and Sunday. Actually doing free reads. Not sure about tomorrow night, but definitely will be here Saturday and Sunday. And so make sure that you click the bell, subscribe, and it will come up, and we'll be doing some more free reads this weekend. All right. So you are showing a little bit in a victim mindset. You're releasing the attachments of wants beyond needs. And so you're coming from it from a negative mindset. You're not really seeing the positive actions of everything. So I'm not saying you're not seeing the gratitude and all. I'm seeing that it's kind of like it's like everything is ugly. Everything is ugly. Everything is ugly. And it's really not. It's just the way you're looking at things. In the past, regarding this current situation, I see you give a lot. You've given a lot of your energy. You shared a lot of yourself. And you had to release some fears and take through some fears in this. What you have to be brought to your awareness right now is that not everybody is balancing for you. Not everybody is good for you. Not everybody is looking out for you. Not everybody has got you considering you. All right. Not everybody, don't look at somebody else to make you feel good. What is your strength and where you can focus more of your attention is no more sacrificing yourself. No more being the martyr. You don't have to fix anything or anybody. In fact, clear cords of anybody who no longer serves you. Anybody who's seeming to be even attached to you may not even be good if they have to go, right? In fact, what is maybe standing in your way is you're thinking everybody's a soulmate. Everybody's important to you. And really, it's like you're falling in love with everybody. What requires your attention right now is your perspective. When you're subconsciously working out other people's energies, you're focusing, either on all the good or all the bad. But, really it is about your perspective. How are they projecting or mirroring you is everything is ending. Everything is over. Everything is either yes or no. Everything is either done or begun, right? So it's like really black or white. So how can you become more in alignment with yourself? I've got the Rook of Coins, which is a lot to do with, where can you improve yourself? What is inspiring you to be more? Where do you want more? And so what fear is holding you back? You are afraid. You're in anxious attachment. You're people pleasing. You're doing a lot. You're actually doing too much. And so is there anything you need to be aware of moving forward? You've got the 9 of Wands, which means, you're so close to success. And so, if you need to be validated in any way, you're almost there. You're almost there. And so what lessons are you currently working through? The partnership, do some journaling, do your scripting. If you keep on believing that your person's not there, your person's not going to show up. You need to see that you see them not in your life. And as long as you're not seeing them in your life, they're not going to show up for you. Possible outcome. I see here lots of happiness. I think that they're going to be a friend before they are a loved one or a lover. The possible outcome is there is a happiness and you're going to meet them maybe on your social network. Maybe they're a friend you're going to meet through somebody else. And the energy of the deck is, you know, you're not going to need to worry about impulsive behavior. You know, this is really a time for you to see that you can express yourself, you can be yourself. This is going to be a good energy. All right? This is going to be somebody you're going to meet maybe through social media. Somebody, it's going to be great. All right. So, Aquarius. Whew, I gotta tell you, I'm tired. Oh, I had my mini reads up all that time. Oh my gracious, I am messing up this time. I worked all day. I'm so sorry about this, guys. Aquarius. I didn't change this. I so messed up. All right, Aquarius. Aquarius, you don't feel deserving. You don't feel deserving. Your overall energy, you don't feel deserving of everything that you want. I'm seeing here that you feel you don't want to do any more of the work. You feel a lot like this is just past contracts, and no matter what you do, it's not going to help. It's seeming like in the past, you didn't want something to end. You held on and you justified someone else's behavior. And it was even in a negative way. Maybe somebody left or, you know, wasn't really good, and you defended them quite a bit in the past. And what you need to be aware of right now in the situation is that, you know, there was a possibility that this person was not so good for you after all. I have the Two of Wands here, and the Two of Wands here with aura holes. And so, you know, I think that they were affecting your vibration. They were bringing you down. And so, you know, what strengths that you can play on is, you know, you're being guided by a higher power. It's just like you make a decision and you go and do it. You don't have to think about it. You just follow through it. And so what is being standing in your way is the Knight of Coins upside down. And so, you know, you're focused on yourself. You're not seeing the situation as it is. You're focused so much on yourself, you see them so good because you are. And so instead, you need to see that what you need to pay more attention to right now is the fact that there is a wound here that you are playing out. Maybe it's something that it is so common and so natural for you, you don't see it. And so, you know, you're not looking at the truth. I think you're in a state of wearing rose-colored glasses because it just makes sense to you to keep it that way. I'm seeing that how can you, the person or projection that is being mirrored is the high priestess upside down. So this is telling me this is telling me that because of the fact what you need as intention is, you know, you've got some past life energy that is just residue. It's not karmic. It's just residue. It just has to be cleared. And so because of it, this projection that's happening is you're not able to hear, you know, what is really what's going on with you. It's like your inner voice. You can't hear your inner voice. You're really blocked yourself. And it's basically subliminal, like it's kind of like you don't know what to do. Um how can you get more in alignment with yourself? Well, first of all, you're not really happy. And if you're not really happy, you need to understand that whatever is going on with you not being happy, that's what you're going to manifest. And you're going to manifest very quickly. So, what fear is holding you back? You're insecure. You got a fear that you're not enough. You know, as long as you're telling yourself you're not enough, you'll never reach for more. And is there anything that you need to be aware of moving forward? Is you're not expanding here. You are, first of all, having a trauma bubble of having this little trapped fear that you're not enough. You're going to manifest that your powers, your solar plexus is blocked. So you're always going to be sacrificing yourself. And so what lessons are you currently working through? Exactly that. Sacrificing yourself. You are blocked and constantly not allowing to be in your power. Possible outcome? Healing. Lots of healing here. I see you are showing that the avoidant attachment is part of your process of healing, and that you are going to have a nice, secure attachment. You're going to have a healthy relationship out of this. Yeah, just gonna have to do emotional freedom, you know, the tapping, release some emotions that are residue from past life. You don't feel worthy. You don't feel deserving. And Pisces. I'm supposed to be going to sleep. All right, Pisces. And then I'll do Anita. And then we'll go for the night. Okay, Pisces. All right, Pisces, you feel very much like you got to clarify something. You feel like you have to apologize to someone. You start off trying to really connect with your heart and focusing on your energy of really, you know, give yourself some light, give yourself some love, give yourself some energy here that you deserve. I'm seeing here in the past, you know, you were a manifester. You create opportunities for love. The thing is, you were very avoidant. You pushed people away that you loved. And what you needed to see that right now, what we're bringing to the awareness right now for you is so something that needed to be brought to your attention is the Lover's card upside down. So you had some past contracts. There was some karma energy here. And so those are energies that needed to be worked through. And so, what you are showing that are strengths in this situation that you needed to work through, and you got the Wheel of Fortune upside down. So that has a lot to do with the higher power. The higher power and wisdom is part of this, but it's upside down. So you didn't want it to change. You didn't want it to happen, fall through. And so your strength is you resist it. You resist it, and you really worked towards having a chance, and you begged and pleaded with your higher self to make this work. The only area that was standing in your way, though, was that you were hoping that others would show up for you, and it didn't happen. There was a little bit of a trauma bubble that was still there. Somebody maybe didn't happen to be there for you in the past. And so the area that requires more attention for you right now, I'm seeing, is the Justice card upside down. This is about you not being in your power. This is about you not being able to feel that you could even manifest really well. It just seemed like you feel like you're being sacrificed instead. You're like, whatever you do, nothing was going well for you. And the other person, or the projection that's being mirrored, is they're always in charge. It's always about them. And instead, you need to see it's really about them. It really is about them. So, they are your person. So how can you tap more in alignment with yourself? Stop giving your energy away. It's about past life. There is something about past life that you need to balance. You need to be in more receiving mode. And so how can you release the fear that is holding you back? Well, first of all, you need to stop messaging. You need to stop, telling everybody what's going on. You need to not be getting other people involved in all of this. You need to understand that, there is being too many things, too many people involved. And so what lessons are you currently working through? Your lessons that you're currently working through is about retribution, right? You're not being, you're allowed to mess up a little bit. You're allowed to, have a little attention on you, but it's okay, but it's not a lot of attention. You don't need to make it all about you. And so the possible outcome I have here, the lesson that you're working through is about how you manifest situations. And the possible outcome is, the star and meditation. So, you can really, if you believe and have hope and have faith, everything will work out here for you. I know you feel very much like, there is a contract here that you need to fulfill. But really what it is because your person is your twin flame, you already know everything is going to work out for you. It's just how it works. The contract is not with the person. The contract is with you. You're suffering because you feel like you have to have suffer from retribution because you made a mistake and you're persecuting yourself. You're punishing yourself. The person you got to say sorry to is yourself. All right. Anita. Aries, are you still here? Are you still here, Aries? All right, so Anita, I am seeing here that you are to learn not to be always giving your energy so much into this situation. It seems like it's always about you giving and sharing, and you're not getting anything out of it. So, you know, you are being open-minded, you're being expressing yourself, you're enjoying the process of expression. But, you know, in the past, you weren't really happy. You weren't really even feeling safe in your desires and wishes. In fact, you know, you had to really look at the way that you had to reprogram yourself because your memories were not that great. And so what you had to be brought into awareness right now was that you didn't feel lovable. You didn't feel that because of this negative energy from other people from past lives were ready to be cleared. It was up to you to be able to say, oh yeah, this no longer serves me. And so what is your strength that's playing in your current situation is you're not holding on to things that don't serve you. You know, you do have some contracts that you did come into this earth to do before you were born, and you know, whatever doesn't serve you, you let it go. And so what is blocking you is standing in your way is the fact that you're a little too open, and so that's putting you in a justifying everybody how they treat you, because you've been a little bit in a getting a lot more done to you than you deserve. Your energy is a little imbalanced there. I'm seeing a little bit of your attacked energetically. And so what area of your life requires more attention right now? That is the Wheel of Fortune upside down. Things are not over. Things are not completed. It's not done. Whatever it is, it's not done. And you have to really be aware of them. The other person, I'm seeing a projection of somebody being narcissistic. Somebody demanding for you to, it's like it started at an earlier age where you were always people pleasing, always needed to fix everything. And it's being repeated here. And that's what's going on with you. And so how can you tap more in alignment with yourself? You know what? You have to see everything that you're receiving now. You have to, you know, see that things were karmic lesson and just be okay with everything, how it all turned out. And so the fear that is holding you back is that you always have to be the one doing all the hard work, and that everybody is only going to be paying attention to what you can do for them. And so what you need to be aware of moving forward is inner happiness begins with you. You are, actually needing to get into receiving mode. Just get into receiving mode. What lessons that you were working on is you have to focus and really work hard on self-care. That is your priority. Eat well, exercise, and really focus on self-care. And so possible outcome is you're going to release lots of fears. Things are not going to happen really quickly because this is really about releasing the fears so that you can have a healthy, secure attachment. So take your time. Don't rush into anything. It will be good. It will be healthy. And it will be for you. All right. So guys, that's me wrapping it up tonight. The collective, divine feminine, divine masculine was in that one. I did my extra reads and I've done all the signs. So I'm going to call this a night. And so I will say for all of you, if you have not had a chance to like, comment, subscribe, please do so now. And let me know in the comments which part of the reading spoke to you the most, what signs really resonated with you. And I love hearing your stories. I love connecting with you. I love the fact that you all dropped in and said hello to me again tonight. Also, quick reminder to turn on those notifications, and so you'll never miss a live session. I will be here Saturday and Sunday earlier in the day. I may even check in, but I'm looking towards posting. I want to do a couple of short videos on some fear of intimacy, fear of commitments, some information on some of those, and on some avoidant attachment videos too. So this is a reminder to stay true to your dreams. Trust that the universe has got your back. All right? There is no one more important than you. And until you fall madly in love with yourself, no one else will. So that is what I will leave you all with tonight. Much love. Stay aligned and choose yourself.